Coming up here on News 3 today at 4:30, we continue to mourn the loss of the 3 Georgia soldiers that died in a drone strike last week. We'll hear from those who were at a ceremony honoring Sergeant Breonna Moffett later this morning. And Republican hopeful Nikki Haley made a stop in South Carolina. We have the details from her rally on Hilton Head.
Good morning from WSAV, on your side. Now, WSAV News 3 today at 4:30.
And a very good morning to you. It is Friday, February 2nd. I'm Ben Katko. Thanks for joining us here on News 3 today. There are some new developments today in a shooting we first told you about last week. Savannah police have arrested a juvenile in connection with the shooting on Gwen Goodman Drive near Bay Street. The suspect faces charges including armed robbery and aggravated assault. That shooting happened January 23rd. 2 people were hurt. They are expected to be okay. Glynn County police are still investigating after a woman says she was sexually assaulted by an employee of a Brunswick chiropractic clinic. 38-year-old Stuart Warren surrendered himself after the victim reported being inappropriately touched during a massage. Warren faces 1 count of sexual battery and is currently in the Glynn County Detention Center. If you have any information that can help, you can call Glynn County Police at 912-554-7561. Also developing today, a toddler has died after wandering away from home and drowning in a nearby pond. That toddler's name was Sailor. Chatham County Police say he was in the care of family members when he wandered off from his home off of Bob White Road on Wilmington Island yesterday. We're told several people who were home at the time stopped what they were doing to search for him. During that search, a member of the Criminal Investigations Division saw the toddler in the water and jumped in. The child was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say no foul play is suspected. All right, let's go outside this Friday morning. We'll take a live look there over Ellis Square downtown. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Alyssa Carsley over there in the Weather Center. She has your forecast first. Alyssa, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ben. Well, temperatures this morning are back into the 30s and 40s, but no one is tumbling to at freezing or even below that this morning. So you'll still need to grab a jacket as you're stepping out the door. As we're sitting at 40 degrees in Glenville, 41 degrees in Baxley, and 43 degrees in Jessup. Now, we'll keep a few clouds around throughout your morning hours, turning into beautiful afternoon sunshine. But even with the cloud cover, we have a westerly to southwesterly wind bringing in all of this warm air from the south, so temperatures are going to warm up pretty quickly. In fact, there is a possibility we could get into the low 70s for highs out there for your Friday, reaching the low 60s as we head towards lunchtime. Our highs throughout much of the coastal empire and low country getting close to that 70-degree mark, like here in Savannah, sitting right at 70 degrees. Our normal high temperature for this time of year sitting at 63. So it will be a slightly warmer day comparing it to the last few, but we will end out the day on a beautiful sunny note. And of course, we all know that's going to change slowly as we head from your weekend into early next week as we begin to track our next storm system. An area of low pressure that's going to swing from the Gulf of Mexico and up our coastline, bringing with it soaking rain from Sunday into Monday and gusty wind that will continue all the way into your Tuesday. So coming up in the complete Storm Team 3 forecast, I'll time out those rain showers for you, plus talk about how tomorrow is the one decent day you can enjoy outside for your weekend.
Prayers continue to be with the families of the 3 American servicemen killed and attacked in the FOB in Jordan. Sergeant William Rivers, Specialist Breonna Moffett, and Specialist Kennedy Sanders. They risked it all, and we'll never forget the sacrifices and service to our country, that the dozens of service members who were wounded and are recovering now.
The president once again paying tribute to the 3 fallen Georgia soldiers yesterday at the National Prayer Breakfast. People in our community continue to mourn the passing of them as well. A vigil happened in Savannah for Sergeant Breonna Moffett at her alma mater. WSAV's Christine Qualey spoke to those who know her best and are now grieving her loss.
You could tell that she was just a special young lady. She came in her freshman year, and like I said, she's just bright, energetic, a happy person that all her peers naturally gravitated towards her.
Not a cloud in the sky. A fitting tribute to a woman described as vibrant and full of life by those who knew her well. And silent tears against the backdrop of marching boots. Marking a solemn tribute for a fallen soldier, but also a beloved member of the community. Those who attended looked on as the flag was raised to half-staff by current students in the ROTC program at Windsor Forest. The same program Breonna was part of when she was in high school. She was also in the school band, a drum major, her former band instructor telling me she was a gifted musician who received multiple college offers.
I talked to him a lot, but it didn't really go any further because she wanted to go into the serve like her parents.
Johnson offering a tribute to Breonna the best way he knows how, through music.
I don't know that people would have known how good of a musician she was. I mean, when I say exceptional, she wasn't just a regular standard musician. She was exceptional.
The news has hit the rest of the community hard as well. Former classmates gathering to pay their respects and remember someone who even teachers admired.
As much as I taught her, she returned and taught me much.
And she did return, volunteering to help the Windsor Forest Band even after she graduated. Just one of the many things she did that left a mark on those around her and make her someone who will be missed so dearly.
All the opportunities that she had in front of her, we needed more. But in the same breath, we need to also celebrate everything that she did.
It was Christine Qualey reporting. Breonna's parents were not at the ceremony because of a meeting with President Biden, but those close to the family say there will be another tribute in the near future after the family is able to bring her home. Her body is expected to arrive back in the U.S. later today in Dover, Delaware. WSAV is your local election headquarters. Republican primary hopeful Nikki Haley crisscrossing the Palmetto State this week. The former South Carolina governor hoping to notch a win in her home state. WSAV's Joseph Leonard has a look inside her campaign from that rally on Hilton Head.
Nikki Haley telling supporters on Hilton Head she's in this race for the long haul and she likes her chances in her home state. Hundreds of supporters packed Forest Fire Barbecue, hoping to give her that final push she needs to win the Republican primary.
I am not going anywhere.
The stage is set in the South Carolina GOP primary, Nikki Haley versus Donald Trump. But the former Palmetto State governor has an uphill battle. Prominent state Republicans like Governor Henry McMaster and both state senators Tim Scott and Lindsey Graham are backing her challenger. But in the Low Country, that's a different story.
Because I forced them to disclose their income so that taxpayers could see who was paying them. Because I vetoed $500 million of their pet projects that I didn't think you should be paying for. Trump can have them. I don't want them. I'll take Tom Davis any day of the week.
Haley says she'll cut taxes for the middle class, enhance border security, and plan strategic attacks on Iran. She also says she'll bring a new voice to Washington. That message resonating with Kerry Bolton. She voted for Joe Biden in 2020, but will be casting a red ballot this year.
Sense of decency, a sense of democracy. She brings a youthful voice, and Donald Trump is a criminal. He should not be running for president.
According to the latest Washington Post poll, Trump holds a 26-point lead in the state. But the same polls give Haley an edge in a hypothetical matchup against President Biden.
In every one of those polls, I defeat Biden by up to 17 points. That's bigger than the presidency. That's House, that's Senate, that's governorships, that's school board. But more than that, you win by double digits. That's a mandate going into D.C.
Early voting in South Carolina's GOP primary kicks off on February 12th, with Election Day following on the 24th. Reporting on Hilton Head Island, Joseph Leonard, WSAV News 3, on your side.
As for the Democrats, today is the last day for early voting in the South Carolina primary. Their primary is tomorrow. That is Saturday, February 3rd. And looking ahead, Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Savannah next Tuesday for what she's calling the Fight for Reproductive Freedoms nationwide tour. She is expected to criticize Georgia's 6-week ban on abortion, which she says threatens women's health. Elections going on in the area, including candidates, polling locations, and everything you need to make your decisions. That's coming up at WSAV.com/your-local-election-HQ. Happening today, downtown Statesboro is saying goodbye to winter, and several local vendors and businesses are joining in on the fun. It's called Winterfest. There will be fire pits and s'more stations free for the public to enjoy. The Downtown Development Authority has a few new local businesses that just opened. Hallie Sasser with the Development Authority says they're hoping that Winterfest will attract people that have never been downtown to explore what the city has to offer.
It's important to get people downtown to just help these businesses thrive. It's hard to open a new business, and I think that college students become more aware of what's downtown. Locals also become more aware, and it just really showcases what the city has to offer.
That festival runs from 5 to 8 o'clock. Portions of West Main Street and West Vine will be closed from 3 to 9:30 this evening. And looking ahead today, a lot of runners are lacing up and hitting the streets of Tybee Island this weekend. It's all part of the YMCA's Kreuz-Tybee Run Fest. Run Fest is unique because participants can take part in one race or up to 5 in 24 hours. All 5 runs together equal a marathon. The runs start this evening and continue through Saturday. If you're interested in running, you can join the wait list. There will be street closures during the events, though. Drivers are asked to be patient if you're out on the island. Also this weekend, Feed the Borough will hold its next food drop, and it's a special one. That's because they are serving their 2 millionth meal. It starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning at Statesboro High School. If you do plan to be there, you are urged to join the line before 8 to ensure that you receive food. And meanwhile, the Beaufort Police Department is inviting residents to come chill with a cop. The fun event is planned for next Friday, February 9th at Southside Park. There will be outdoor games, face painting, snacks, and prizes. Other city agencies will be there. And best of all, the event for you is free. 4:41 right now. Straight ahead here on News 3 today. It is Groundhog Day, but can you trust Punxsutawney Phil's forecast predictions? Think about it. We'll tell you how often the famous groundhog actually gets it right. When we come back, we'll do some real weather here right after the break. As you're looking live at the riverfront this morning, Alyssa's got your forecast on this Friday. You're watching News 3 today on WSAV.